Welcome into the Mystery Fifth Hour with the Next Round Guys. It is always presented by our friends at McCurry Van and Car Rental. If you need a car, van, or truck, you rent from McCurry Van and Car Rental, the local rental company you can depend on. All kinds of vehicles to choose from. That includes trucks, SUVs, passenger vans. They make it easy to rent as well. They get you in and out fast. Locations in Athens, Muscle Shoals, Huntsville, and Coleman on 2nd Avenue Northwest. Call and reserve your rental today, 256-559-1003. That's 256-559-1003, or visit McCurryRentals.com. That is Jim Dunaway, hat backwards, capri pants on.
Yeah, my
They're
God.
not designed as capri pants, but you wear them as such.
I do. It's hot in here today. We're having some air conditioning problems. So my balls were hot. Is that the same?
I understand.
Did he say he was going to beat his wife's guts up when he got home?
He's a busy
Same
man.
guy? Was that the same
Probably
guy?
the same guy.
It was. No, it was.
Same
Can
guy.
I ask you a question?
Sure,
Sure,
man.
Jim, please. We're here for questions.
Yesterday I shaved my arms.
Oh, God.
Not
Okay, of course
shaved
you
them,
did.
but I
No, you shaved them.
No.
buzzed them down.
No, they look bare.
I buzzed them down because they get so hairy.
Yeah, but they look more muscular when you do that.
Well, thank you. I'm getting ready for a bodybuilding contest. No, they just get so
Oh,
hairy.
seriously?
I mean, like so
He was
hairy. Do
kidding.
y'all
He
ever
was
trim your arm hairs? Or
I do
anything?
not. Never
I
once in
mean,
my life have I.
I trim them down a little bit, but I'm not going to completely shave them.
Yeah. I went slick as a sill, head to toe at Lance, but I wanted to get rid of them. But I was noticing y'all.
So you shaved up, and your wife turned you down for a date night tonight.
Well, it's date night tonight. We're just not going to stay in a hotel.
You
It's our 25th anniversary as we shoot.
you were
this.
about to say something. You noticed we what? We
You
all
have
hairy
all hair
arms?
in your arms,
Yeah.
and I did too. But your hair is not as, like it gets bushy, like really thick hair.
Did your
But
watch catch on it?
I got no hair on my chest. or
I'll prove it.
anything
I don't
like that.
believe you. Prove it.
No, I don't. I mean,
I don't
it's-
believe you. Take your shirt off. Let's
I'm
see.
not taking my shirt off. I'm just saying, I'm not a very hairy person on the chest, but
Yeah.
my arms, it gets really
Yeah.
hairy. I was just wondering if
You're
y'all
one of those guys
trim.
that has the hairy knuckles.
I do have to trim those down a little bit, yeah. Is it just an old man thing?
No, I mean I shave my feet, like the top of my feet, because I keep those shaved down.
Because your socks.
Yeah, I mean, like if you get enough hair on there, the socks, it
pierces through.
irritates it. I can't. Well, it's just like it mats the hair down and it makes it.
Yeah, I touch up most things.
Yeah,
Most things, not all things.
So you do trim, but you trim it down. You just don't take it all. the way
Yeah, I just
off.
don't take it off.
Yeah. You Rockstar at all? No.
No.
I've never touched my legs, though.
Me either.
I know
He
somebody.
said that's a lie. Me neither.
Me neither. No,
Have you shaved your legs?
I have not.
Hey, I
Well,
know
mean,
some
one time.
cyclists.
I did one time.
We have got, and I'm not going to say his name so y'all don't start trying to pry. We've got it because I don't know if he wants me to share this or not. And there is a backstory, so that's really why I don't want to bring it up. But we have a mutual friend that shaves head to toe. Man, well, not his head, I guess chin to toe.
Is he a cyclist?
No. He's
What's
not
his
like-
first and last name?
Nope.
Just his last name.
Nope.
Occupation?
Nope. So yeah, he shaves. Now there's a story behind it. When I tell you the story, you'll be like, oh, okay, I see that. But yeah, head to toe.
Was he a receiver for Florida in the 80s?
I don't know a receiver for Florida. You were talking about Chris Dorian. He played in the 90s.
90s.
Yeah.
He shaves everything but his head.
Yeah.
Is his wife into honey?
I don't know. Honey or hunting?
Honey.
Oh, honey.
I would think if you get honey in hair, that's going to be a mess.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt that's going to be a mess. So that's Jim Dunaway, the cleanly shaven armed Jim Dunaway. Your arms do look more muscular. I'm telling you, I'm being 100% serious. I'm not screwing with you. I'm not just saying this so you can keep shaving your
There will
arms.
never be a hair on those arms.
There's
they
no
look more
muscle in his arms.
They-
How can they look more
They
muscular?
look more muscular when you shave them.
I do have scrawny body. I am skinny fat.
Yeah, but I'm about to really.
Oh, no.
I'm about to give you a compliment. You got a good tan going, and your arms look better when you shave them like
He
that.
goes to one testicle festival. And gets everything turned on.
Once you eat one, you want all of them.
Labeled for
You eat
life.
one testicle.
Labeled for life. That is Lance Taylor, touches up, and that is Rockstar, no shave. No shave November is every year for Rockstar.
But I don't have prominent hair. Mine's like pretty much peach see-through. So
Yeah.
my skin takes care of
Yeah,
it.
gingers really don't have body hair.
No, they do. You just can't see it.
You missed a topic while you were going real quick, Mystery Fifth Hour. We did random things that give you anxiety. Like mine was being late for places and the cookout menu, the drive-through menu at Cookout.
Everyone else said me talking to strangers.
But it does give me
That does give me
anxiety.
anxiety, yes.
No, one weird one would for me is when you have an excuse for something that's legitimate, but for some reason you think, I don't think this person believes me.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't think, like I got to
really
be out
do.
tomorrow. I have to do this and that. Like I think you're just trying to get out of someone's like
I
just
really
walking,
do have jury duty.
Yeah, walking out like going, I don't think they believe me, or like I'm being unreasonable here, but I don't think they believe that I really have to do this, that I really have to be somewhere at this time, that they think I'm just trying to get out of something. I have that all the time.
So that gives you a lot of anxiety.
No, a lot of anxiety, but I kind of tamed it down. Medications helped, but like even stuff with my wife, I'll say I have to do this, I have to stay late for this and that, and then I don't think. Does she 100% believe me, or does she think I'd want to stay?
You're taking a nap on the green couch?
Yeah, I stay at work to avoid something else, to avoid picking
I'm
up
not coming
cord.
to change his shitty diet.
Yeah.
That's interesting because we did discuss you and Dunaway doing that topic together could take a long time.
Yeah. It
could.
You're less anxious than you used to be though.
Yeah, it's medication, man.
Yeah. It's working great.
I was like, I'll only do 5 or 6 of mine. And thank God Rockstar.
Can I do a top 10?
Rockstar is back from vacation. How was vacay? We didn't ask you on the show today. Vacay good? Hey,
It was.
Jim drives the show and he sucks.
It's the first vacation we have. It's the first week vacation I've ever taken. And
First full week vacation?
yes, in my entire career. And because everything I used to take was like maybe 2-3 days max. And we went with the in-laws to Pensacola for the entire week. We had a Black Jacket show on Saturday night in Lake Martin, which was Cord's first concert. It was not fun for him because I finished the concert. We have to take pictures with people. We had to walk up this big hill at the Lake Martin Amphitheater.
Was it cool out there that night?
It was so humid. Just imagine wearing a black jacket. So it was a great crowd. It was a great show. And I take pictures and everything. I'm drenched. And we are staying at her aunt's lake house, which is a 25-minute drive to Lake Martin from the stage. And it's 10:30, and Cord's bedtime is 7:30. So he was running up a hill all night and everything. So I get she has the car. She's in the passenger seat with him in her arms, and they're both dead asleep. And she said they'd been like that for about an hour.
Car running?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
She had the window down, a little cracked.
Yeah.
But so that was his first concert. And then we went to the beach immediately the next morning. And we did not have alone time between her, I, and him until we went to the beach Friday for about an hour.
So you got to Florida Sunday and were never alone again until Friday.
Correct.
With the in-laws.
And then,
Some would not call that vacation.
some would agree with you.
Yeah.
So every night we had a bed, and there was my sister-in-law, my brother's wife said that they left when their kids were little. They had the little kids mattress that you could sleep, and it was like this tall off the ground. He's too big for it, and I was like, he's got to sleep with us because he's going to wake up like at 5:30 in the morning and just start putting his fingers in sockets.
Yeah.
So he sleeps with us, and he sleeps with his head burrowed into my armpit and his feet in Nancy's face. That was every night, and I'm sure we pissed off the teenage nephews and stuff when he gets up at 5:30 in the morning running around screaming. I was like, I apologize in advance. You might want to sleep with AirPods in because he's going to go ballistic at 6 a.m. And we had a couple good meals, but there was really no.
Did your feet touch sand?
I was forced to twice.
Yeah.
Forced.
No, I'm starting to think that Dunaway's balls are definitely in Maggie's
Well,
purse.
no, this
I
was
think
more
you
for,
might be
Wow.
worse.
well, this is more for the kid. This is more for Cord and everything.
It's
Because
like Cord's first trip to the
Because
beach.
if it was just Nancy and I'd be like, you can go to the beach.
But there's
and
no way
lay
he
up.
would have gone for a week.
I know,
I'm just saying, Rockstar is
But
getting...
he had to go on the beach because it was Cord's first trip
Yeah.
to the beach. And now...
But not
next-
once, but twice.
yeah, but now...
Once with the sister-in-law, and then like, hey, as a family, let's go. And I was like, plus we were trying to get out of the condo for
But
an
as a
hour.
father,
so.
he knows that the women folk will not watch the baby like they need to. They'll start talking and drinking, and they'll lose pay. They won't pay attention to the kids like they should.
By the way-
that's why you got to have the husband.
Dunaway
out there.
using the phrase women folk.
Yeah.
Another thing that I've noticed, like I brought up before, it is a trend now that I'm surprised at the amount of thongs that girls wear.
Thongs?
Thongs, full thong, not like
It's
cheekies.
It's not a trend.
Not like cheeky
It is
panties,
the
like
style.
thong bikinis, like at the family pool. Like we took them to the pool, and there's like two, probably 19-year-olds,
Yeah.
full thongs. And
I've
just
already
like,
said, on this platform
This
right
is
here,
insane.
Mystery Fifth Hour, we've never had swimsuits styled in better
I remember you
than
saying
they are
that.
right now.
Yeah,
but this is the way they should be for the rest of the time.
thong wearers discriminatory about whether they should or shouldn't wear that?
There was
That's
one-
the thing.
the
I don't have a
best thing
problem
I-
with anybody wearing a thong as long as
as
they
long as
can
you
wear a
approve,
thong.
We
as long as
had-
you approve of
Right.
it.
our day on the beach was just us three. There was a huge sandbar, and it was also because there was room for him to record and run around. The waves were like this big, so it was really cool. And then I saw Nancy's holding him, and I'm walking with him. We're getting shells and everything, and I see these two girls. One was a very large girl, very large, full thong.
Right.
One of the funniest things I think I've
Could
seen.
have been
Nancy-
just normal
Yeah.
swimsuit.
See, well, okay.
That butt's eating that bikini.
One of the
right?
funniest things my wife has accidentally said. She goes in with her friend. They just go in and then they're there and they come right back. And she looks at me. She goes, "I think she just went just to pee."
Well, yeah, everybody does.
That's why I was like, I hate the ocean. I hate the ocean. And
Now go to his pool.
Your kids like swim. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
You,
she's gonna
you
take a
will
piss.
see me in the ocean, like I'll hang out on the beach, especially spring break, and then I'll wade down with my hands up because it's so cold, and I'll sit there for like 2 minutes and walk right back up. Everybody knows what you're doing.
Yeah, that's right. But again,
But there's two girls together.
I mean, fish are pissing in there.
fish and octopi and sharks.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make
fish
up.
and octopus
You're
don't
swimming in
fit.
there too.
Huh? You
So-
don't think an octopi?
It does
Oh,
not.
yeah, they piss.
They do not urinate.
Oh, bullshit.
They
Everybody
don't. Only
urinates.
mammals.
Dunaway, I don't
No.
think that's true.
Yeah.
Where'd you get this piece
So you
of
think
information?
birds pee?
Yes, they shiss. They piss
I
and
think
shit
it
at the
all
same
comes
time.
out.
They poop.
Trust
Yeah.
me, I
They
have one in
shiss.
the house.
And it lands in the ocean. Yeah.
They poop. They shit.
I mean, that's
Pee.
worse than pee to me.
Okay, do fish pee?
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
never shit in
think
the
so.
ocean. I mean, I haven't.
Me either.
I've pissed a lot in the ocean. I've never shit.
Here,
in the
I'm going to Google it. Do fish pee? Is that what we're looking
Yeah,
for?
urinate. Do
So
fish
urinate.
wait,
Oh,
back
thank you, Jeff,
to
for clearing
the thongs. Was it uncomfortable?
Well, what's great is there's this huge pool with a restaurant, and then there's another side pool. Let's go to the side pool where it's not as crowded because there's just families everywhere. It's a huge vacation spot. So we went to the side pool, and it's a lot smaller and a lot more intimate. And then there was a bunch of 19-year-olds, two girls with thongs, and I have Courtney's little life vest. I'm looking at, and one of the workers of the resort comes up.
You have your sunglasses on?
I had to wear, dude, I was full. My feet got so burned.
Oh, your feet got burned?
And I was only there, and I was all sunscreened up. Like I was like, I told Nancy the day I went, I was like, this is what happens to me when I'm out for an hour. Like I cannot be, I don't tan, I'll just burn. Anyway, the worker came out. There's about 4 boys and 3 girls. They weren't being loud or obnoxious or anything, but the 2 girls had thongs on. I don't know if somebody reported it, but the dude comes out, was like, hey, do you guys have a pass to be here? Like, oh yeah, our friend Alicia, she's here. Well, can I see her pass? She just went up to the room to get her
412.
Get her 12. And he was like, oh, well, none of y'all live. Like, no. He's like, well, we have footage. Somebody reported that somebody jumped some fences here. Like, no, bro, you're totally wrong. Check the tape. No, bro, check the tape. You're wrong. He's like, all right, well, when is Alicia coming? She left. She coming back. Well, what unit is she in? I don't know, man. And so finally they're like, yo, bro, we're gonna leave, okay?
Yeah. On our own accord. Now, we're here legally.
And like,
but
we're
we
gonna
don't
go.
wanna-
And then one of the girls go with her thong, putting her britches back on. She goes, we're gonna go get her now. We're gonna get all this sorted out. And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
And they just left.
Yeah,
They never
saw
came
it,
back.
did it.
So, but like, no, bro, you're totally wrong. You didn't see that.
Yeah,
on
but
the-
I am going to leave here.
Yeah.
You've upset me now.
Yeah, I don't want to see in your pool. But
Aquatic Veterinary Services says, do fish pee, Dunaway? You bet they do. Fish do pee, but since they live in water, seeing a fish pee is not a common occurrence. Yeah, they pee.
Yeah.
I mean, how else do you think they expel the moisture in the water in their body? They drink.
I don't think fish drink.
They're in the water all the time. Their mouth comes open. You
they
think
breathe.
Yeah.
You
You're
don't.
talking
That's
about it
their.
goes in and out of the gills.
They absolutely have to have
Fish
liquid.
pee the same just as you and me, it says. Fish, they have kidneys.
Are
They
you
have
writing a kid's book now? Fish pee, just like you and me.
a blue fish, a red fish.
Piss
Yellow
fish.
fish too.
They have fish kidneys. They have fish bladders. They pee.
Fish testicles.
Yeah, they're responsible for filtering out all the bad things in their blood and peeing them out into the
They
water.
have blood.
All right, Rockstar is going to get us our topic. Give us a thumbs up watching us on YouTube. We appreciate you doing that. Make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you just lurking and watching what you can, but if you subscribe, it really helps us. It also helps us on anything we do. If you give us a thumbs up and share us on social media at Next Round Live, everywhere on social media at Next Round Live. Rockstar.
So I thought of this the other day. What is something that has slowly disappeared that hardly anyone noticed? The reason I thought of this, iTunes.
It became Apple Music, right?
Well, no, there's the fact that it's just. Remember, you had to pay $1.29 for a song.
First time it was 99 cents per
Yeah.
song. Then it went up to $1.29.
Yeah, that shit got expensive.
It did. I
And
remember,
now you have a membership for Spotify, which is like $16 a month, and it's every song.
But I
you think
remember
any
how
song
mind-blowing it was when and I didn't realize this at first how it worked, but my wife and my oldest daughter signed up the family for Apple Music.
Right.
And I thought you still had to go buy music on that. I just thought it was different than iTunes.
It's shitty for them if they keep that option still open, that for some people they're still going to purchase
Oh
music.
yeah, they don't know what they're doing. And when my daughter was like, you can listen to absolutely any song that's ever been recorded right here for this one price. I was like, wow, that's a game changer right there now.
Well, it's amazing to have
Because
that
you used
idea.
to have to be really discriminating about what you'd buy.
Oh, no,
I mean,
like then like it was every song was $129, but I can do the whole album for $14.
I'll just
No,
get the whole
I'm just
album.
going to do the 2 songs I
Yeah,
like.
because we would make that debate all the time early on in iTunes. Maggie loved John Mayer. I hated John Mayer, but we had one shared account. So, if I hit just play my, not playlist, I didn't have a playlist, but just play our songs, there'd be John Mayer songs everywhere. And then she had to listen to the Killers, and she hates the Killers. And, we'd paid for all those. And I remember like something new would come out, and I'd be like, hey,
Hey, I was just thinking, we don't have to do it right now, but
is it okay if I
Carrie
get the
Underwood
new-
has a
Can
new
I
song.
spend $1.29 of my own money?
Oh, Taylor
Can I get
Swift.
the new Taylor Swift album?
But
How much is it?
That was
It's
when
$12.99.
Essentials. That was when Essentials came in key, though. Like you didn't have to buy an album; you could just buy John Mayer's Essentials and get most of his good stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, I might miss 2 or 3 songs.
But it's amazing how what a game changer. You think of something like iTunes, and then genius idea, like, well, I don't have to physically go buy something. I can digitally own it. And then somebody like Spotify or streaming platforms come out where you can just pay a flat fee and listen to whatever you want, whenever you want. So there's going to be a next step. I don't know what that's going to be.
Yeah,
But I
really.
just think how iTunes, like, damn, we had such a good idea and we just got destroyed, like Blockbuster to
Was it
Netflix.
Napster that killed them or no? That's what hurt.
Napster
That's
was
what
before.
killed the record industry.
Now,
Napster-
iTunes killed Napster.
Yes, Napster was the one. After Napster, it was LimeWire, which gave you a bunch of viruses. Then there was Azurius, where you could download like full catalogs. You could download every Metallica album. It would take like 3 days to download, but you'd have access to every Beatles album and stuff like that. Where the Azurius was the bigger files, as Napster was like songs. But yeah, my answer would be iTunes.
Man, if you go back to the 90s, there's a couple of things. The Thunderbush, it went away. Nobody really talked about it.
No, let's do a podcast about it all the time.
Yeah. Payphones. You still will see one randomly, like I think there's one on Bourbon Street.
Can't remember the last time I've seen one.
I certainly can't remember the last time I've used one.
The only time I ever think about them is when they pop up in an old movie. But recently, I'll tell you what started to go away. Can you find a sit-down Pizza Hut anywhere? Their business
One,
model's
one near
completely
us
changed.
got leveled.
Yep.
Yeah,
And what do you do if you get that building, because you have it's the distinguished building,
There's no doubt.
the roof and everything? We're like, we're
Before
gonna
we
turn it
had
into
good
a-
options, I thought like back in the day, Pizza Hut wasn't bad. Going in, they had a little buffet.
Yeah, so when I was in school at Jacksonville State, it was one of the few options, but the Pizza Hut buffet. And I want to say, Lance, it was like, at that time, like $5.99. Does that sound right?
Yep.
It was $5.99. That got you the buffet and a drink. And the funny thing was, like the Alabama Power Crew, they'd be in there at lunch, and the city of Jacksonville, the people that are mowing all the grass and all, they'd be there at lunch. And the stuff nobody wanted, the tray was full. And if they dropped the pepperoni,
No, gone.
it looked like freaking vultures.
Yeah,
man.
like
They
that
just-
dessert pizza was always left.
Yeah.
A veggie pizza was
Yeah, the
left.
stuff nobody wanted was just packed. But man, they drop in one pepperoni. And
But do you guys think right now, if I said I'll give you $1 million, you can't use your phone, you've got to find a sit-down Pizza Hut within an hour?
There was one in the.
I don't know if I could do that.
Somebody could do it.
I think there
We're
was
not
one.
doing that, by the way. We do not have $1 million.
No, I'm just saying, like, do you
Thank you
think
for the disclaimer.
I'm just saying, could you personally right now, if I was like, I don't even know where I would start.
There was one. I think we passed one in going from Pensacola to Flomaton or whatever. There was one in Flomaton, at one of the turns.
When I was a kid, we had
there wasn't a
pizza-
car in the parking
we
lot
had a
though.
Pizza Inn in Anniston when I was a kid growing up, and I used to love that. But I think the only sit-down pizza places now are places like Slice that are specialty pizzas. Like I don't think the big chains like Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Papa John's, Domino's, and everything.
CC's is still sit down.
Oh, is there?
Is
one
there
that's
a
left?
CC's?
It's a buffet. Is it not still over in?
There might be one on Green Springs, but
yeah,
I'm not
Green
positive.
Springs.
Putt golf.
I passed the old one in Anniston the other day. We used to have one in
Is
Anniston.
it still open?
No.
We only had one here on
31.
31.
That
No, you
was
had Magic.
popular.
It was Magic Mountain, and you had Putt Putt in Hoover, and then you had Magic
Yeah,
Mountain.
but
in
we had
Vestavia.
a name brand putt-putt.
Yeah, the putt-putt with the orange railing.
Yeah, that
Orange
was-
railing, green
by the
felt
rules,
carpet.
they had a putt-putt tour that
That
would
was in
occasionally
Hoover.
come on the championships, would come on ABC.
Oh, I
Oh, I used to watch it.
Yeah. And if you got a 3, you're out of the contention.
Yeah.
It was 2 or 1.
Those guys took it
Much like
serious
pool
too.
golf.
much like pool golf.
Those
It's
guys
2
took
to
it
1.
serious. They would be in slacks and a golf shirt. They'd
That's
have a
right.
towel over their shoulder.
Yeah, but putt-putt golf was the bomb, and even when you go down to the beach now, they used to be everywhere. Pirates Cove or Buccaneer Challenge or whatever the coastal name would be. Not as many of them anymore because people don't like to stand outside in the heat.
I think every putt-putt had the white iron letters that spelled out putt-putt on one of the holes, and you had to putt through them.
Oh, yeah, that was
that was like their trademark.
Yeah, the ones that were mandated, yes.
Yeah.
Mandated.
That was
You
their
know,
trademark.
it was like,
And
it was
every-
the brand one, yeah.
Yeah, and every 18 was straight uphill,
Yep.
and you
But I
had to
remember
get to the top of the hill.
Every
and sink.
putt-putt place had a badass arcade, too.
Yeah, the
Always.
one in Enfield
That's
is.
what I went more for the arcade. But would you guys? I can never envision myself now going on a beach trip and taking a night out to go play miniature golf.
I've done it, when my kids were smaller, they
too.
enjoyed it like one night after dinner. I mean, like you go grab dinner at a seafood joint and then go play putt-putt with the kids.
That was the last time I did
You
it.
wouldn't play on Kurt Russell's course on Overboard? It's a good course, man.
I don't remember his course. Oh, it was at his house, right?
No, Goldie Hawn helped with it, too.
You know, sadly, what I think will eventually go away, it seems like we're starting to get more drone shows and less fireworks shows.
Really?
You notice that?
I haven't.
Oh,
Bigger
also,
cities, they're starting to do these drone shows
Speaking
and
of
less
drones,
fireworks.
every opening to a biography or an A&E biography or something like that, or Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, every single one starts with a drone shot
Yep.
over the city.
And it's so
single
easy
one.
to do, though.
Yeah,
It
every
is,
single
but
one.
I mean, it's probably putting the Goodyear blimp out of business
Yeah.
too. I mean, do they even have a Goodyear blimp anymore?
I think
for
they
sporting
do, but
events?
is it a big deal anymore? No.
Not really, because you can get the same shots like they're talking about with a drone.
Actually, cooler shots. You can get closer to the
Yeah,
stadium.
yeah, and
Well-
it's more, it moves more. And all
We've
that.
got a potential client that we've been talking to. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but a lot of high schools, a lot of colleges too, are buying the drones that they've got the.
They tether them in the end zone.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
tether them
their-
in the end
it's
zone.
their high 22.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Any high school you go to around here, they've got it tethered in the end zone. That's their high
crazy.
22 camera.
Safer than putting a kid on a crane.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
We didn't even have a pitching coach in high school. They got damn drones tethered now. I mean, the budgets are crazy.
It really is.
It is.
To go with the payphone, the phone book, like.
I remember the directory you got in your middle school.
I used
Where
to
you're I got
deliver phone
everybody's home phone number in my grave.
Oh, Patriot Power Line, man. I had. And we'd go through and we'd put a little asterisk by girls you'd want to hook up with.
That's right. Patriot Power Line.
Patriot Power Line.
That was the.
Yeah, that was middle school. I don't
Yeah.
think we had one in high school.
And it was
No.
a phone book. Just everybody's
Yeah,
home
and
phone
had
number.
everybody's home phone unless you didn't want it. But I remember delivering legitimate phone books back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So I remember when the phone book would show up. I don't know why, but I'd look up my name in it. You go find the Browns, Randy Brown.
There it is.
We're
there, man.
Yeah, the old address and our phone number.
It's like Steve Martin in The Jerk. I'm somebody.
Well, no, but like I would always think somebody was somebody if their number was unlisted. Like you'd find, Sean Henniger and it would have unlisted, and you're like,
You know,
Wow,
you had
it
to pay.
must be a big
You
deal.
know, you had to pay for that.
Yeah, you had to pay extra. to be
So what
unlisted.
my older brother used to do is he would have like Getty Lee from Rush. So his name would be Getty Lee, and it'd be his number, because you could say whatever name you wanted.
Oh, so he would just tell people just look up Getty Lee. That's what.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't. He just didn't want his number because he was a cop. Didn't want
Yeah.
his number published, but he would throw a random name out there that nobody would know, so they wouldn't find his number.
Yeah, and I mean, you'd have the yellow pages where you're like, God, I want to order a pizza. What's the number to custom pizza? And you'd go to the yellow pages and find it.
Or you just go to Yellow Pages Pizza and see all your choices.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
know.
this one
But
looks
I
good.
remember
The
looking
phone book.
girls up back in the day, like in middle school and even elementary school, that I didn't have their number, and looking them up in the yellow pages or the white pages and calling them.
Well, speaking of that, do you guys have daughters in high school that were in high school? Is the annual still a big deal?
Yeah, the yearbook or
Yeah.
annual, whatever. Yeah.
I
I mean, they all get them.
don't think it's as big of a deal because of social media.
Because
now.
that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
think it's bigger for my little one, like in elementary school. They do them, which we didn't do
Yeah.
when I was growing up.
We didn't either.
We didn't start until 6th grade.
Money grab is what it is.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt it's a money grab. But I'm trying to think if, my oldest daughter got one.
the damn signatures and all that stuff.
I
Is
don't
that
know if
still a
they do that
thing? Where like
anymore.
Signature
I
wasn't
saw-
as big a deal for Harper.
Yeah. When I was growing up in Saks, it always, I signed your crack. Did you do that?
First one to sign your crack.
First one to sign your crack. You'd sign it right in the bend of the book.
Dear Ryan, it was really cool. I got Brown to sign my yearbook. It was cool being in chemistry with you. Have a good summer.
I know. I love the way you've grown. Stay the way you are.
Yeah.
I used to get that.
Is signing a
everywhere.
cast, that's done, right?
Yeah.
Could
No,
I-
Meredith liked it on The Office.
Let's do
She's
this.
gonna read it when she got home.
Let's bring a yearbook and read some of those things people wrote to us.
I can find mine. I know where mine are.
We
Make
had-
that one of our Mystery Fifth Hour.
We
Round
only
of
had
the
5
Future.
people, so I didn't.
Yeah,
have a
Rockstar
yearbook.
had a small class.
We had a VHS, and I don't
We'll
even know.
carry this when Holman Thompson and Saks.
God, I used to, when they
Saks.
would sign it, I'd go home and it'd be like, Becky Ward, she wrote some
Becky
long,
Ward.
like a long
She said,
message to
"Love
me.
Becky." Like that.
Yeah.
That's something.
And I would think all summer, I'd read it over and over. I was like, wonder what she means by this.
I was reading
off.
over and over.
I wonder
F
if she
off.
likes
What is
me.
that?
Am I missing something?
Yeah.
Am I
make
missing
any
something?
Fs,
Does
Becky.
Becky like me?
All right, that's the Mystery Fifth Hour. It's presented every single week by our friends at McCurry Van and Car Rental.
God, I love Becky Ward back in the day.
If you need a car,
Not
van,
now,
or
though.
truck, rent from McCurry Van and Car Rental, the local rental company you can depend on. All kinds of vehicles to choose from, including trucks, SUVs, and passenger vans. And they make it super easy to rent, get you in and out fast. Locations in Athens, Muscle Shoals, Huntsville, and Coleman on 2nd Avenue Northwest. Call and reserve your rental today, 256-559-1003. That's 559-1003, or visit McCurryRentals.com.
Sharon Kynes, too.
Make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
David
Catch us
Johnson.
every day, 9 to 1. And make sure you follow us on all social media at Next Round Live. Thank you for joining us for the Mystery Fifth Hour.